afternoon. Thanks for joining us today. Today I want to share outcomes pertaining to a search warrant served on Detroit Street residents in the Woodstock area of Jacksonville. This operation was born out of undercover work by dedicated detectives in our street-level narcotics unit. Our undercover detectives knowingly insert themselves amidst the dangers of street narcotics and the street narcotics trade to protect our community from both illegal drugs and the violence that it perpetuates. On Tuesday, August 8th, a tactical team from the JSO narcotics unit executed a search warrant and arrested the following two individuals, Dakari Robertson and Jacari L. When narcotics detectives searched the residence, they located many firearms and firearm components in addition to a variety of illegal drugs. Detectives located and seized 45 firearms, 22 semi-automatic handguns, 15 rifles, 5 shotguns, and 3 revolvers. Multiple pistols were fitted with extended magazines, and several of these rifles and shotguns were sawed off and or had stocks removed. 10 of these firearms had been reported stolen locally, and 1 was reported stolen out of Clay County. 2 were reported stolen from out of state. 1 of these guns was stolen from a state trooper in Missouri. Additionally, a variety of firearm components were seized, including 8 drum magazines, 28 freestanding magazines, 2 illegal Glock switches, which render semi-automatic guns fully automatic, and a large and varied assortment of ammunition. This house was a verifiable arsenal of guns, crime guns. All these firearms were forensically examined by the JSO firearms experts. 9 of the tested guns were confirmed as crime guns from past incidents of gun violence here in Jacksonville. 1 .40 caliber firearm was confirmed to have been used in a March 2021 shooting into an occupied dwelling. 1 9mm firearm was confirmed to have been used in a May 2022 assault in Waycross, Georgia. Another .40 caliber firearm was confirmed to have been used in a January 2023 armed robbery in which a gun was discharged. Another 9mm firearm was confirmed to have been used in a December 2023 shooting in which an individual was injured. Another .40 caliber firearm was confirmed to have been used both in a July 2020 shooting into a dwelling and a September 2020 shooting in which an individual was injured. Another 9mm firearm was confirmed to have been used in a July 2021 shooting in which an individual was injured. Another 9mm firearm was confirmed to have been used both in a September 2022 attempted murder, in which multiple individuals were injured, and an October 2022 shooting into an occupied dwelling. Another .40 caliber firearm was confirmed to have been used in a September 2021 shooting in which an individual was injured. And then again, another .40 caliber firearm was confirmed to have been used in 4 separate violent crimes. A July 2019 armed robbery in which a gun was discharged, an August 2019 shooting in which an individual was injured, another August 2019 shooting in which another individual was injured, and a September 2021 attempted murder in which multiple individuals were shot. Additionally, there was a variety of narcotics seized from the house, including narcotics, powder cocaine, crack cocaine, MDMA pills, crystal meth, marijuana. Upon searching the home, narcotics detectives immediately became aware that this residence was not only being used to store drugs, but also for narcotics manufacturing and distribution. Narcotics detectives located and seized manufacturing paraphernalia, scales with evidence of drug residue, glass jars with evidence of drug residue, several bags of evidence of drug residue, in addition to firearms, narcotics, and drug paraphernalia. Investigators also seized additional items, $5,849 in cash, a book ledger for defendants Dakari Robertson. The target of this investigation is no stranger to law enforcement, having previously served 3 years in Florida State Prison on a felony gun charge. Robertson was arrested on many serious felony charges, including possession of firearm by a convicted felon, possession of a short barrel rifle, possession of a short barrel shotgun, possession of a machine gun, armed trafficking in MDMA, armed sale of marijuana, armed possession of marijuana with the intent to sell, sale of cocaine, sale of marijuana, and unlawful use of a two-way communications device. Jacari L was also arrested on a variety of felony charges, including armed trafficking in cocaine, 2 counts of armed trafficking in MDMA, trafficking in MDMA, armed sale of cocaine, sale of marijuana, armed possession of methamphetamine with intent to sell, armed possession of cocaine with intent to sell, armed possession of marijuana with intent to sell. Robertson and O'Neill now face serious criminal penalties as they are prosecuted by our partners at the State Attorney's Office. This operation shows how crime guns and gun violence are woven into the fabric of the illegal narcotics trade, which we've said many, many times. Where there are drugs, there are always crime guns. And crime guns are used over and over again by violent criminals. The contents of this House alone evidence that reality. This agency will continue to locate and dismantle drug operations in Jacksonville. We do this not only to remove the poison that fuels death and addiction, but also to remove the accelerant which ignites gun violence in our community. I want to commend the dedicated detectives, many of which are in the room, involved in this operation. These investigators have successfully removed 45 crime guns from our community. Those are 45 guns that cannot be used to kill or injure Jacksonville citizens in the future. We will never be able to quantify the violence that was prevented by removing these crime guns from our streets and the drugs. But unquestionably, gun violence has been prevented and precious lives have been saved by their seizure. Also, I would like to thank the hardworking forensic examiners at JSO Crime Gun Intelligence Unit. Because of our gun lab and the National Integrated Ballistics Information Network, we can connect incidents of gun violence and gain critical intelligence that helps us both identify perpetrators of violence and solve crimes. As there are pending criminal cases, I cannot provide additional details about this investigation or the evidence against these defendants, but you see a lot of it standing before you. However, I will be happy to answer any questions that I'm able to at this time.
Sheriff, there seems to be a lot of weapons up here right now. How much safer is Jacksonville because these weapons are off the street?
I would say, like I said, it's hard to quantify, right? But these guys are drug dealers, and these guns are often used to hurt other people. You heard 9 of them were used. So at a minimum, I say we saved a lot of lives. I say we saved a lot of injury to other people. The number, I can't tell you, but I can say it's a big dent.
Any idea of how many more operations like this throughout Jacksonville there might be?
I can't tell you how many there are that are going, but there's a lot. I mean, we have a very strong, dedicated group of detectives. The leader standing beside me to my right and to my left. So they're very focused on this issue. And we're going to continue to focus on it because it's a big issue.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you.
Any other arrests expected from the season?
Not as it stands, but stand by. You never know what could come. These investigations don't always just stop. Sometimes they go for long periods of time, and there could be something that pops up. So not that we know of right now, but the possibility is there.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you.